You know that rich, malty cup of Assam tea? Maybe you're even drinking one right now. Well, it turns out that very cup is on the front lines of a huge battle against climate change. So let's dive into how one of the world's most famous teas is at the heart of an incredible story of survival. And look, this isn't some distant threat. The reality is the production of Assam tea, which is, a huge part of India's culture and economy, is being directly threatened by our changing climate. We're talking about wild, unpredictable rainfall, severe droughts, and soaring temperatures that are putting the entire industry in a really tough spot. And hey, this isn't just speculation. The hard data from India's tea board is pretty alarming. Production in Assam fell by nearly 8% in just a single year. That is a massive hit. And it's happening because heat waves and floods are wiping out crops right during the peak harvesting season. So the situation is serious, for sure. But here's the amazing part. Assam isn't just sitting back and weathering the storm. No way. They're fighting back with a really smart, multi-layered strategy that combines boots-on-the-ground action with some seriously high-level planning. All right, let's start where it all begins, the tea estates themselves. This is where we see a powerful mix of technology and agricultural science coming together to create a more resilient future for the tea plants. Get this, 1 million. That's how many healthy, native trees this new high-tech nursery can produce every single year. By planting these trees right there among the tea bushes, they create crucial shade. They make a more stable microclimate, and here's the bonus, they help build up the state's carbon sink. It's a total win-win-win situation. But what about the tea plants themselves? Well, the legendary Tocklai Tea Research Institute is all over it. They're developing brand new tea clones, like this one called TV34, that are specifically bred to be more tolerant to drought and to handle the higher temperatures that are fast becoming the new normal. And this is where things get really cool, because it shows how different groups are collaborating. Tocklai teamed up with Bharat Petroleum to create this non-toxic adjuvant. Now, what's an adjuvant? It's basically a booster for pesticides, and it makes the existing pest control methods over 30% more effective against insects that are getting tougher because of the climate. So all these individual fixes are fantastic, right? But their real power comes from the fact that they're not just random projects. They are all pieces of a much, much bigger puzzle, a unified, statewide blueprint for action. And that blueprint has a name, ASAP-CC 2.0. You can think of it as Assam's official battle plan for tackling climate change. And it's not just about tea anymore. This is a comprehensive strategy to protect the entire state, its people, and its whole economy from extreme weather. And believe me, when I say comprehensive, I am not kidding. The plan covers 9 critical sectors. This isn't just tweaking 1 or 2 little things. It's about systemically changing how everything works, from how water is managed to how cities are built, to make the entire society more climate resilient. Okay, so we've got this amazing, detailed plan. Fantastic. But let's be real. A plan is just words on a page without money, right? So how in the world do you actually pay for all of this? And how do you make sure that money is actually going where it needs to go? Well, that brings us to the next brilliant piece of the puzzle, Assam's green budget. This is the financial engine that's actually powering the entire climate action plan. And there it is. Seriously, this document is a complete game changer. Assam is only the 2nd state in all of India to roll out a tool like this. It's designed to track every single rupee of public spending and make sure it lines up with their environmental goals. So what in the world is green budgeting anyway? It's basically a system for putting a green tag on all government spending. Every single program gets analyzed to see its environmental impact. This creates incredible transparency and accountability, making sure that public money is actively building a sustainable future instead of accidentally working against it. Let me show you what that looks like in the real world. In the budget for 2023-24, you can see exactly how the spending is broken down. Look at that. Over 1,200 crore rupees went directly to highly favorable schemes, the ones with a direct positive impact. It gives you a crystal clear picture of the state's priorities. What's really cool is we can zoom in even further and see which government departments are leading the charge. I mean, no surprise, the Environment and Forest Department is way out in front, with almost 85% of its budget going to green projects. But what's really encouraging is seeing departments like Irrigation and Science and Technology also making huge green investments. So let's put it all together.
It's actually a really elegant system. On one side, you've got the plan, the ASPC 2.0, which sets the big goals. And on the other side, you've got the funding, the green budget, which gives them the money and the tools to make those goals a reality. They're two sides of the same coin. One just can't succeed without the other.
So this whole integrated approach is incredibly promising. It really is. But, the real world is complicated. And of course, it's not without its challenges. The work is definitely far from over. It's not a magic bullet. The state still has to tackle some major hurdles. They need better data collection, they need to lock in funding for the long haul, and they need to build up more technical expertise within government departments. And most importantly, they have to make sure these strategies protect the most vulnerable people in society. And I think this quote from Gautam Barua really just sums it all up perfectly. This whole effort is about so much more than just saving a crop. It's about nurturing livelihoods, restoring ecosystems, and building a future where both people and nature can actually thrive together. Which brings us full circle, right back to that cup of tea we started with. The story of Assam's tea is just this powerful case study in resilience and innovation. It shows what's possible when science, policy, and finance all pull in the same direction. So you gotta ask, could a simple cup of tea actually show the world a better way to fight climate change?